We're in the Tonto National Forest now. And we're leaving the snow behind. We're going downhill. This is where it gets really steep on the way down the hill. What kind of animal is that sign for? We got elk, I suppose?
Ooh, this is pretty in here.
Mario Kart.
Don't. You scare me, Tom.
Oh my goodness. I'm afraid to even look to the right. It goes way down. Uh-oh. So we turned the corner that GPS told us to turn, and suddenly there's this sign. That is not good.
That is where our Airbnb is.
Yeah, our little place to stay is up that hill. So we have a dilemma. We've been traveling through the mountains of Arizona, up by between Sedona and Pine, Arizona, and it's in the Tonto National Forest. And we're trying to get to our Airbnb, and we came across a slightly flooded road, but the road is built with a culvert underneath where the water is rushing through. And that was not expected, that the road would be flooded that much. It floods only twice a year and not this early. So we talked to the owner of the bed and breakfast that we were trying to get to, and she said that that the road could sometimes close, but it only happens like twice a year, and that she didn't anticipate that would happen with this one because it's too early in the year. It's only February. And so we drove 2 hours, and now it's getting dark, and we're an hour from sunset in a very remote location. We're not in any town. We're near some towns, but there's nowhere else to stay. These towns don't have hotels. These towns don't have somewhere to stay. And so we are 1 hour from sunset, and we had to make a decision. Said what?
It looks safe-ish.
Safe-ish.
I mean, it's not like a lot of water going over the bridge. It's just a little bit.
We have no phone signal right now, so I can't check. What I'd like to know is from the weather service, is this going to decrease? You know, they say, turn around, don't drown. And there's probably a fine. But here we go. We're on vacation. Oh, I'm not going to put this on YouTube. People will get so mad at me. I probably am.
Now do you go really fast?
No. Let me just assess it. What I'm looking for is...
weak spots in the bridge.
Yeah, is anything giving way?
I don't think so, because it's not going fast. It's just a little puddle. I would go
It's
fast.
just a little puddle.
Go fast. I mean, going slow makes me nervous. Just go fast. Go. Go. Go.
Can you believe we just did that? God, I can't believe you guys never do that. Never ever do that.
Okay, now we gotta go.
She told me to do it. This day has been... Yeah, good question. Now are we going to be able to go? Well, just call it. It's on video. We tried. You guys, this day has been a day of just breathing hard. I feel like I've been on a roller coaster ride all day long at the...
Oh my God.
More than that, I feel like I've gone to space. You know, it's like, maybe that's dramatic, but this is not how we live. We don't drive across flooded roads and then admit it to anyone. I can't show this on YouTube. You guys, it is so wrong. But we're on vacation.
So
Look at this beautiful place. Maybe it was worth it.
Okay, so now I
Maybe it
need more
was.
directions now, so I have to give you.
Oh yeah, they're on my phone. Oh my goodness. We just did that. We drove across a flooded bridge. She goes, go fast. She talked me into it. So we had to make a decision to cross a creek that was flowing underneath a bridge that's built to allow water to flow under it. So the flowing water under it is a mountain stream that sometimes floods. And so we talked to the owner of the property, and she said that it only happens like once or twice a year. Lucky us. It was the day we arrived that the water was slightly overtopping that bridge. But we sat and watched I was a no. I was a no-go. We were gonna actually turn around and just figure out life. Maybe we'd sleep in the car in the mountains in the snowstorm coming. I don't know, but we're not gonna cross the bridge. But as we sat there, we saw locals driving back and forth across the bridge in small cars and minivans. Well, we're in a Jeep, and again, they say turn around, don't drown. I take that very seriously, you guys. I really do. But at the same time, this road, when I found out, when I made a phone call when we were sitting there, I made a phone call and we found out that that bridge is built to have water flowing under it, and sometimes the water pools over the top of it too. And so you can see as we drive across the bridge that the water is not flowing heavily over the top. There's no damage, it's not washed out. And so I made the best decision I could make for that day, considering I was on vacation too. I wasn't working. I would definitely not make this kind of decision with lives at stake when I'm at work or flying. There was a calculated risk in this bridge crossing, and I don't recommend you guys ever do it. But at the same time, I made an educated decision, and the bed and breakfast that we had reserved was high and dry, waiting for us to arrive. And so we made the best decision that we could based on the circumstances and knowledge that I found out about that bridge. Well, I'm not going to talk about it too much. You can judge me all you want, but I made an educated decision, and we got through the water and onto the other side very safely. I would not have taken that risk if I didn't know all the factors and make a calculated, educated decision to cross the water. I really want to stress to you, do not cross flooded roads. If you have local information that is very specific about the type of bridge and the type of water that's going on, what can I say? We're on vacation. We want to get to the place where we can be safe and warm at night when the snowstorm comes. That's the decision I made at the time. For Valentine's week, Karen and I are taking a trip to Arizona. We're up in the mountains, and today I made her a heart-shaped steak. Quite by accident, I might admit. It's just how it came from the package. When we went to the store, we don't like going to a restaurant, but I love you.
Oh, I love you. That's pretty cute.
I took you through hills and high waters to get here to this restaurant, cool. Tommy's restaurant, the Frosty restaurant.
Right.
So we're grilling out. You can hear another raging river, and we're all by ourselves on the top, on the side of a mountain, not the top. Because at the top had snow. I'll show you. We're staying in the rock house. It's actually down in the rock. It's built into the rock. The kitchen is part of the rock. I'll give you a tour tomorrow when there's more light.
Well,
we got here in the sun.
They
are built in. And the sun just like descended behind the mountain, and it's dark. So we're cooking out steak. This is the best restaurant. It's the Frosty restaurant. Wouldn't that be cool if I opened Frosty restaurant for all of our viewers? Oh, that'd be cool. I'd have to travel to Arizona to do it. Anyway, we got asparagus cooking. Look at this. This is how we treat ourselves. And it's cold. Karen's dressed up warm, and we're sitting by a propane heater because it's 40 degrees.
And I just said next time we're going where it's warmer.
This
is still warmer than
it's 80 degrees warmer than that 42 degree below day. So we got to think of it in perspective. That this is 80 degrees warmer than Minnesota. Fahrenheit. So Karen's with the current generation where you got to Instagram every meal. But that is kind of pretty. It's
it is
kind of a Valentine's theme.
It is.
It's warm. Think warmth. But keep in mind, warm fires melt snowmen, right? So we're Frosty life. We gotta stay cool.
Hey, can I use your flashlight?
Keep it cool. You want a flashlight?
Because it's kind of dark.
Oh, we're right up in the pine trees. Our deck is in a pine tree. It's like a tree fort up here, but the rock house is down there in the rocks. This is one of the coolest Airbnbs we've ever stayed at, ever in the history of mankind. And we're having asparagus and steak
Yum.
all by ourselves. Nobody else is up here. You can see the glow of the plate of our car. Otherwise, there's rocks over there. Mountainsides. You need a light?
Yeah, I need a flashlight.
A Bud Light?
No.